Namaste. Today, we're stepping right over that yellow caution tape and straight onto an active crime scene. Once an FIR is officially registered, you know the drill. The state's machinery kicks into absolute high gear. The police have to immediately start digging, collecting evidence to figure out what actually happened. But here's the real game changer. Under the new BNSS, this whole investigation phase has undergone a massive and honestly much needed digital transformation. Okay, let's dive right into this. How exactly has this post-FIR evidence collection process completely transformed under the new laws? Well, we're going to explore the 3 distinct stages of a criminal case, look at the bold new mandates for forensic evidence, and break down the strict new rules requiring audio-video recording for searches and seizures. These are profound changes, folks, designed to bring some real transparency to the front lines of law enforcement. Part 1. Clarifying core legal terms. Investigation versus inquiry versus trial. Let's quickly clear up these boundaries, because they definitely get mixed up. First up is the investigation. Under Section 2L of the BNSS, this is entirely a police-led, non-judicial stage. The sole mission here? Just collecting evidence, nothing else. Next, we have the inquiry, under Section 2K. Think of this as the magistrate's filter. It's a preliminary judicial check, just to see if there's a basic, prima facie case to answer for. It's not about proving guilt just yet. It's literally just making sure the case has legal legs to stand on. And finally, the trial. This is the formal judicial arena where a judge definitively rules on the actual guilt or innocence of the accused. Part 2. Modernizing evidence, the mandatory forensic rules. You know, under the old laws, collecting scientific evidence was kind of left up to the discretion of the investigating officer. Well, not anymore. Section 176 of the BNSS brings in a really strict mandate. For any serious crime carrying a penalty of 7 years or more, so we're talking major offenses like murder or organized crime, forensics are absolutely non-negotiable. Forensic experts physically have to visit the scene, they have to professionally collect the samples themselves, and here's the kicker. The entire collection process has to be video recorded. We are finally moving away from relying on fading human memory to rock-solid, unshakable scientific proof. Part 3. Digital safeguards, audio-video search and seizure. Prevent police planting of evidence. Man, that's a heavy phrase, isn't it? But let's be real, for decades, allegations of evidence tampering have routinely derailed trials. The law simply had to evolve to build back that trust. And the BNSS completely recognizes this, making mandatory video recording the brand new standard to bridge that critical trust gap. Technology is basically being weaponized here to build that trust. Section 105 clearly dictates that anytime police conduct a search of a premises, the entire process has to be captured via audio, video, electronic means. We're talking smartphones, body cams, the whole shebang. Furthermore, Section 185 says the actual seizure of any property or documents must also be video recorded. But the absolute genius of this? These digital files can't just sit around in a cop's camera roll where they could conveniently be forgotten or altered. No way. They must be forwarded to the magistrate without delay. It's this brilliant dual shield, protecting citizens from potential harassment while equally protecting honest officers from false allegations. Part 4. Submitting the findings, the final police report. Think of this stage as passing the baton from the police right to the judiciary. The investigating officer meticulously compiles all the witness statements alongside those newly mandated forensic and video reports. They distill this massive mountain of data into the final police report, which most of us know as the charge sheet. Submitting this comprehensive document to the magistrate under Section 193 formally closes out the active police investigation, and it officially opens the door for the court to take cognizance, which really just means the court formally applies its judicial mind to the facts and kicks off the next phase. Part 5. Summary and preview. All right, let's quickly recap our journey today. We started by clearly defining the police-led investigation under Section 2L versus the magistrate's inquiry under Section 2K. Then, we explored those groundbreaking mandatory forensics required under Section 176 for serious offenses carrying 7 years or more. We reviewed the stringent new digital guarantees of transparency, specifically those audio-video search and seizure rules under Sections 105 and 185. And finally, we outlined how the whole process culminates in the final police report submission under Section 193. The entire thrust of these BNSS reforms is super clear. Make the investigative process more scientific, way more transparent, and infinitely more accountable. In our next explainer, we're going to tackle the ultimate legal tightrope: bail, bonds, and anticipatory protection. We'll be exploring that absolutely critical balance between a citizen's right to personal liberty and the state's need for custody during a trial. But until then, I want you to think about this. If modern technology can so drastically alter how we investigate a crime scene, how might it fundamentally reshape our understanding of justice itself? Thank you so much for learning with me today. Keep studying, and I'll see you in the next explainer.